Welcome to another week of Candid Moments with myself, Sapphire. This week's topic is about creating happiness for a fulfilling life. Join us every Friday at 12 p.m. where you'll get the best of me with Candid Moments, where I share different journeys that I've been on and how I dealt with it and what you can do also. If you like what you hear, please leave a comment in the feed, share your information also, and also share what is making happiness for you. What does it mean? How do you fulfill your happiness? And ask any questions you'd like me to answer for you as well. Also, at the end, I will give you all our social media handles so that you can connect with us and get greater insights to other things and other projects that we also run. So let's get on with today's Candid Moments with myself, Sapphire. So what is the true meaning of happiness? Now, the definition reads, happiness is a sense of well-being, joy, or contentment. When people are successful or safe or lucky, they feel happiness. Is this ultimately true though? Do people ultimately feel happy if they're successful or their well-being, or they just feel contented? Well, I feel happy because I know I love myself and I find happiness within that. Therefore, I am contented. I have and always will be successful. And so do I measure my happiness by that? I measure my happiness by my well-being as well, my state of mind and how I navigate through life. So tell me, how do you measure your happiness? So when I also look to feeling happy, I go to my happy place. And that could be simply where I say a house on a beach in Jamaica. It has big sliding doors. There's rain outside. And I'm watching a black and white movie, or I'm watching an Elvis Presley. Yes, I'm a diehard Elvis Presley movie fan, that is, and having a glass of wine. So I reach into my happy place, and that's where I feel the most contentment, the most relaxed, and that's where I find peace of mind as well. So that's where I go to. So I really would like you to create your own happy place. Where do you find your serenity? Where do you find where you feel more contentment and you feel relaxed and happy? So create that, and please share. If you feel brave enough to share with me, please do feel free to share. So what do you think leads to long-term happiness? Well, I always say it's about love, and it starts with self. So if you love yourself. So I've got a little poster here where it says true love. And true love is about trust, romance in yourself, understanding where you are now and where you want to be. Excitement, how excited are you? Are you a joyous person? Also listening to yourself and listening to others as well, in the sense of that they give you that fulfillment. Overcoming obstacles, overcoming of adversities. I've had many adversities in my life and many obstacles, and I find that by overcoming them and working through them and navigating through life, it has helped me tremendously. Valuable, being valuable to others and being valuable to yourself, and everything and above. Being everything to yourself is key here, because to love yourself is to be everything to yourself. So I want you to really reach in and say, can you say that you are truly in love with yourself? Do you understand the meaning of true love? And not in a romantic sense, because yes, we always label it being truly in love with romance, but it has to start with yourself. So I want you to think about, are you truly in love with yourself? So love, can a person learn to love? That's another thing. It is a learned behavior. You have to learn to love yourself to be truly happy, because someone else cannot make you happy. They can complement your happiness, but with yourself, you have to be truly understanding who you are to love yourself. Now, I used to think when I was younger and not with a wise head on, that love came from somebody else, that I needed somebody else's love to feel love. And then as the years went on, I understood it, that I needed to love myself. So I buried all of that love underneath getting someone else to love me. Now I truly love myself and embrace it. And I've learned how to embrace it. And therefore, I can then love someone without the fact of allowing myself to think that they are the fulfillment of my love. They're additional to my love. But I start with loving myself first. And that's being kind to yourself as well. So what do you, or what makes you happy in the short and long term? Or what makes you unhappy? Now, as I was saying in the previous slide, is that I relied on relationships at my younger years to make me happy. Now I don't. In the short term, I knew that they would make me happy, but in the long term, the men that I was with turned out not to make me happy. Therefore, my long-term, what I thought was my long-term goal of happiness, ultimately was not that. So what do you look at the short-term happiness? Has it disrupted you in the long term? Always question yourself on that and whether it would actually bring you any long-term happiness. I found that happiness within myself. So therefore, it allows me now to be happy and contented by myself because I understood that the short-term happiness was not a fix for my long-term happiness. So here's some simple tips to the ways that you can actually find happiness. So tip 1, be with others who make you smile. Studies have shown that we are happiest when we're around those people that actually make us happy. Stick to those and all will be joyful. And it would also rub off on you as well, because if you constantly got someone around you that is happy, then you will feel happy because they're not sad. Tip 2, hold on to your values. What you find true, what you know is fair, and what you believe in are all your values. Over time, the more you honor them, the better you will feel about yourself and those you love. Tip 3, accept the good. Look at your life now and take stock of what's working. Don't push away something just because it isn't perfect, because we're not perfect people, so we can't push away what is not perfect. And when good things happen, even the little ones, let them in. So that's giving yourself carte blanche to say, it doesn't matter how small it is, allow the happiness and receive it. Tip 4, imagine the best. Imagine the best. Don't be afraid to look at what you really want to see in yourself getting into. Many people avoid this process because they don't want to disappoint if things don't work out, because they look for perfectionists, and that's what you shouldn't do, is look for perfection. The truth is that imagining getting what you want is a big part of achieving it. Do things you love. Tip 5. Maybe you can't skydive, well, I definitely can't, every day, or take vacations every season. But as long as you get to do things you love, once in a while, you'll find greater happiness. So find something that you love doing. Now, I love going on holidays. I haven't been able to go over the last year or so, and probably won't take a trip till next year. But staycations are just as good. So taking a break makes me happy. Going into my garden makes me happy. Feeding my friends makes me really happy. I love doing dinner parties. I love entertaining, and my friends love me doing it. So that is my happiness. That's my pleasure in entertaining people. So find your happiness, and it doesn't have to cost that much as well. Tip 6, find purpose. Those who believe they can contribute to the well-being of humanity tend to feel better about their lives. Most people want to be part of something greater than they are simply because it's fulfilling. So if you find a cause that you want to belong to, volunteering or going out there and doing something that helps humanity, that helps somebody else, go and find your happiness in that. I love helping people. I love supporting my friends. I love supporting my family. That is my happy place. I love serving them. When they come around, they're absolutely spoilt. I had my best friend over at the weekend, and I absolutely spoilt him because that is my happy place. I like treating people and I like taking care of people. So when I get the opportunity to do it, I do it, and I feel really happy about doing it as well. Tip 7, listen to your heart. You are the only one who knows what fills you up. Your family and friends may think you'll be great at something. It doesn't really float your boat though. It can be complicated following your bliss. Just be smart and keep your day job for the time being. Not everybody's cut out for a business. Not everybody's even, roles that we want to fall into. It may not be for you, but then find where you are contented. If you wanted to be a musician and your family wants you to be a banker, then be a magician. Be what makes you happy, because it's your life and it's only the one life you have. So you've got to find happiness in the goals that you want to achieve, the things that you want to do. I mean, when I was younger, my mum didn't want me to do psychology, but I done it anyway because that's what was going to make me happy at the time, and it did. I found great contentment in doing it. I loved it, and I used that throughout my career now. And so I chose to do something that others people may have been opposed to, but I absolutely love it. Tip number 8, push yourself, not others. So it's all about you, not you pushing somebody else. It's easy to feel that someone else is responsible for your fulfillment, but the reality is that it's really you that needs to change. Once you realize that you have the power to get what you want and to where you want to go, stop blaming others or the world, and you'll find the answers much sooner. Now, that's really key here, because sometimes we push others, but we're not really fulfilling ourselves. We're living vicariously through other people. But once you stop doing that and start to take a stock of yourself, you start to realize how little that you need to actually push yourself forward. And when you stop putting the blame onto other people for your misfortunes and stop having a negative attitude, you'll see how fast you'll grow and find happiness within yourself. Tip 9, listen again to your heart. People open to change. Even if it doesn't feel good, change is the one thing that you can definitely count on. Change will happen. So make contingency plans and emotional to shore up yourself for the experience. So again, change happens, but plan for it and accept it, because it is emotional when you make changes in your life, but you have to open yourself up and plan for it. 10, bask in the simple pleasures in life. Those who love you treasure the memories. We all do. Silly jokes, warm days, starry nights. And these are the things that ties us and binds us with the gift of giving. I know I make silly jokes. I know I can make my grandchildren laugh. I make my daughters laugh. And, they would remember me for that. They would always say, oh, Nanny used to say that, or Mum used to say that. So I always they have memories and I have memories of saying it. And that makes me happy when I can reflect back and I smile at something that they said or something that they've done. And it makes me happy inside as well. So happiness and fulfillment. Happiness and fulfillment are within your grasp. But sometimes just reaching out and understanding what works best for you is the first step to finding them, and much, much more. So thank you very much for listening to this week's Candid Moments with myself, Sapphire. If you would like to reach out and contact us, feel free to contact us at our email. That's info@savvywomen.co.uk, or our website, savvywomen.co.uk, or any of the social media handles, 50 Savvy Women, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. I look forward to sharing more candid moments with myself, Sapphire Gray, next week at 12 o'clock. Don't forget, if you've got any questions or you'd like more information about all the services that we offer, please feel free to drop us a comment down below, and we'll definitely reach back out to you and answer them. I hope you enjoyed this week, and go out there and find your happiness, find your fulfillment, and find your joy.